Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Trez. Welcome to Ramblings of a Metalhead Part 2. In last video, I know I had to cut it shorter because it was like 42, 44 minutes long, and I just started fucking being totally belligerent to the point of fucking total drunk, and started fighting with the camera, started fighting with the vinyls. I couldn't put them back in the fucking into their sleeves. So yeah, that went to shit. But in this video, I want to talk about a subject that has been talked to death of. I gotta point that out on YouTube. Is elitism in metal, or being a fucking elitist. No, I'm not gonna bore you to death for what my definition of elitism is, which I shall put up here now, so you could see what elitism is, and so that you could understand what the fuck I'm trying to talk about. In any case, cheers, by the way. Now, my experience with elitism came when I went to El Salvador for the first time, and I experienced that shit firsthand. No, I'm sorry, I keep bringing El Salvador. It's just that's where the fuck I grew up. Well, at least during my metal. When I first started listening to metal, I started obviously here, and then went to El Salvador, and that shit was wild. And I hit a fucking brick wall right off the bat. I mean, there were metalheads everywhere, but what I didn't know, at least I don't know if it's like that in any other country, but back in the day, I'm talking about the early 90s, at least in El Salvador, at least in my case, all the genres were separate. Like all the fan base of certain genres were just totally separated, and we all, I guess, all the genres hated each other. Like black metal was on their own, death metal and thrash was on their own, and God forbid they saw a kid that liked punk, because they would just beat the shit out of him. And that's how it was back in the day. I'm pretty sure that's not like that now, at least I hope. And but yeah, it was like I never understood that, because I liked every kind of fucking genre. I still like every fucking genre. I like fucking from punk to crust to grind to doom to fucking raw black metal, or cult, or what you think cult is, which I still don't fully understand what cult is. I think that's the elitism part of black metal that the cult is. I mean, in my opinion, when you start putting labels to at least black metal and rules, I mean, then it's not black metal, because black metal is anti everything, and anti religious, anti every kind of fucking shit possible. And once you start putting rules in it, it loses its status, I guess. But yeah, I witnessed that firsthand, because we were always very separate from every other genre. Granted, like I said in the previous video, I never liked black metal. I think that was kind of like a cultural thing when I was over there in El Salvador, because we were all being forced to be separate. So I think that was part of my never liking black metal, or at least the bands that I accepted from black metal, which I said previously were only Mayhem, which I got the original tape from when that shit first came out. Dark Funeral, which I love fucking Dark Funeral, and Old Man's Child. Excuse me. Everything else to me was fucking trash. Like me and my friend growing up with my good friend, brother. We used to grow up and watching this channel, Channel 23. They used to give fucking metal videos. It was always the same 2 or 3 tapes, just over and over. And when Emperor came out, we hated that shit. fucking Immortal came out. We hated that shit. We were always waiting for fucking Sepultura to come out, Cannibal Corpse, such bands like fucking death metal and shit. And good times, by the way. Afterwards, I really got into black metal, as you could fucking obviously see. But I understand that part of elitism that was the asshole type of elitism and separation of genres and fans, which I really don't like, and I really hate that there was such a thing. I don't know if anybody else experienced that shit, but I did. It kind of sucked in a way. But what I mean by a blurred line between being a devoted hardcore fan and being fucking elitist is, let's say you go to a show and you're there with your friends and you have your battle vest or fucking metal vest, and you spend so much time and effort to picking out the patches that you want for your vest, which I haven't even done because I have enough patches for like 3 fucking vests and I'm just fucking lazy. I haven't done shit. But you know how you put your patches in. It could be a themed vest, or it could be whatever the fuck you want. It's your shit. So if you want fucking Mortician with AMSG or fucking Archgoat and Satanic Warmaster, that's up to you. But what I mean is you spend your time to put your vest how you want it, and you love that genre of that band so much that you're willing enough to stitch it yourself or whatever, put it on your vest, and that's your vest. You don't just leave your vest anywhere, or you don't fuck around with your vest. And for someone to come in and ridicule that shit or make fun of that band or tell you that band is fucking shit, I mean, I get offended. There's a point of making fun of someone in a fun kind of way, like not being such a fucking asshole about it, because I know that because my brother-in-law, he experienced that shit firsthand by me, because sometimes when we work together, so every time I Ray, shout out to you, brother, love you, we work together, so every time I go by his office, I go in there like the fuck are you listening to? And he's probably listening to Van Halen or fucking some other shit, Korn or something. I'm always like, but I'm being, obviously a fun way of, not a fucking asshole way, at least I hope not. But I know that some stuff that I listen to, like this, that he doesn't like at all. He doesn't understand. He thinks it's fucking depressive and it's just bad, which I fucking relish and fucking love. But it's all depends on how we see stuff and how we like stuff. It's like colors, there's colors for everybody. To me, it's all fucking dark and gray shit. But I do like my fucking punk and ska shit. So it all depends what we like and what our mood is. But to have someone come in and literally just put you down on what the fuck you listen to, that's fucking being fucking not being just a elitist. That's just being a fucking dick or a fucking asshole. And but like being a hardcore fan about something, you might come across as elitist, as in the whole thing about the vest. You have someone that comes in and ridicules your shit, even though they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. You could tell when someone doesn't know the genre or the band, and you get very spiteful when someone ridicules your shit, because you spend so much time invested in the band, in the genre, on purchasing their merchandise and have it on you like a vest or a t-shirt. I mean, if someone talks shit about Mortician, we're going to fucking, we're going in, bro. But and that, so, cheers. I start gathering my thoughts because I'm starting to ramble. So, another interesting part about being a hardcore fan is that when you grow up, like I said before, you grow up with a thick skin. Now, sometimes that may get misconstrued as being a fucking elitist, but you're just so, it's in your nature as a metalhead to protect yourself and protect your image and to fight for what you like. And getting that shit made fun of fucking pisses you off, and I understand that. And you're so overprotective that you may come off as elitist. And like, for example, I know I might ruffle some feathers here with what I'm about to say, but you gotta understand my point of view. So fucking don't kill me. Relax. I know there's a couple of people that that I know that are gonna get not offended, but say like, "Fuck you." Sorry. Headbangers Ball. I grew up over there in Latino America, or Latin America, and we had Headbangers Ball as well. But when I came back over here and I saw Headbangers Ball, by the time I got here, it was at its end, and we saw reruns of it with my wife and my brother-in-law, and he saw Ricky Rackman. I was like, "Fuck is that?" So, hold on, relax, and everybody was like, "What the fuck do you mean? Who the fuck that is? Don't you fucking see who that is? That's fucking Ricky Rackman or whatever his name is." So I'm like, "Yeah, okay, so what?" Yeah, it's like ready to fucking punch me out and shit. But over there, growing up in Latino America, we had Alfredo, whatever his name is, but he was the fucking man. You know, he brought fucking Morbid Angel. He had this fucking throne that the only person was allowed to sit there was Ozzy Osbourne, and he interviewed him. It was off the fucking walls. And to me, a Headbanger's Ball was fucking Alfredo, and whatever his fucking last name is, which I'll probably put on the description down below or put it right there, real nice. So his name was Alfredo. So yeah. So a lot of people, depends on what you grew up with, you take offense if someone is like, "What the fuck is that dude?" And you're like, "What do you mean? Who the fuck is that dude? I'll show you who the fuck that dude is." But like I said, we're very protective on how we grew up and what we grew up with. Like, if you made fun of, a lot of people don't like this band that I fucking love is Macabre, and I know it's goofy and it's meant to be goofy, but I fucking like it because I grew up on that shit. Those were like the first grindcore that I ever heard, without it being grindcore-ish. But yeah, if you will make fun of Macabre, we were going to fucking blows.